with a paranoia, I think, actually, maybe 2, with not seeing the jet.
Definitely was a trap play set up for EG to start things off on the C side. Solo play on A is Ethan, as he hears the rest of MIBR moving in from that lurk that came out from murizzz on that C site. We now have the retake play on A. jawgemo looking for that pressure, being fully flashed, hit by the Trailblazer, and there's the first blood into the round. Ethan with the first one, Calm with the aftershock kill onto FRZ as Boostio is closing in onto the gap on the A site. Slowly but surely, just like flies, MIBR are falling one by one. Like a deck of cards, it's up to RGL. Yes, he connects with a few, but at the end of the day, it's still a pistol round for EG.
That was so quiet in terms of utility, especially from MIBR and EG using only a few things to flood back into the site. That's why the team has to move on to A out right now. MIBR using all the util to get in. What a shot by TxoziN. We see him stepping up. Can he do it again?
And there's that combo. He's gonna get traded out, but the rest of MIBR are moving into the A site for a plant. Another retake game, so 3 successful plants for MIBR, but 0 at least on the post plants. A great opportunity now as they have the advantage with the rifles.
It's another retake. If EG gets this, they've been successful every round so far. It's all the check for the back. FRZ just guiding light back so they can focus forward here on EG entering.
There's jawgemo with the first blood. Boostio long range with the Guardian as well. Counter paranoia coming out for the attack, and we're trying to go for the sneak kill out through the smoke. But RGL gets denied, only up to FRZ in the back of rubble. He's gonna forfeit his position, give the round away for EG as they come in for the defuse and a third into the round.
And like I said, they don't see EG when they gain ground. It's the other way around.
I think they have a timing here, but Ethan once again strikes. And with that, look at the rotation already coming out from EG. Another aftershock kill. It's the same thing that we've seen on a retake play on the pistol now. So we have an ult trying to get for some information. Thankfully, at least it's a plan for MIBR, so a longer rotate from jawgemo having to cancel his from the shadows. That's going to run the clock down. Even TxoziN playing at rubble, potentially has a lineup with its nano swarm, and jawgemo does have the paint shells. Both of them push up towards the staircase, but it's traded off. jawgemo looking for that second kill. The support coming through, but it's still RGL answering back, fully stunned. Now in a 2 versus 1, the flash comes out. Boostio hides inside that smoke, but that clock is ticking down on that smoke. Why did he back around? But Boostio gets the kill. At that alive for an execution, where now MIBR is moving towards the A site. Another pick for Demon 1. Onto murizzz this time.
He's death matching. He's just everywhere. First kill left side, second kill right side. And he continues to move his position as a sniper would and get another one through Hobbit door for the first time here. B-strap maybe from MIBR if they don't decide to turn back. Already covered. jawgemo's ready to receive. A very nice prepped nade by MIBR here to get the spike down.
Yeah. Thankfully, he didn't want to catch that. Made it out. At least we get a plant now from MIBR, but already the Seekers coming out for EG with a combination from the paranoia, but somehow MIBR is still holding it at the staircase. Rolling Thunder now coming through from Calm. Shorty inside the smoke just to clear up the sights. There's only one left.
Oh my gosh.
Easily cleaned up by Calm once again. The third into the round.
Silly, but it did clear the site. They have the pressure. We can kind of see how they're working with this team in the little bits that they have. This B is still covered. Lockdown's about to fizzle out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Boostio's about to get hit by that no matter what and get detained. But the name and the story so far is the spike's still down. It's still taking the pit. Elise falls. Ethan's trying to gain and scale back into the site. Wins that first duel against murizzz. FRZ just running the clock. And things are looking pretty good for MIBR with not too much time left on the clock. Look at even Calm already towards the C site. Looking to make it expensive for MIBR. The round still to come in for the Brazilians.
One enemy
We're still looking to make it expensive, and it works out. All 3 of them fall in the post plant.
Oh. Couldn't get out. Ethan goes down. But they have so much money to work with. And Demon 1 continues to stay alive with that operator and put pressure on. I mean, looking at what they might be able to do is just use this wall differently. Pressure the map, still get murizzz to do a little bit of that flex, and honestly push back all the way into the defensive side. I think MIBR has to keep scaling into these sites because EG's retakes are just too strong. They have to be stopped short on the retake. A low buy just for the weapons to come in here as MIBR is looking for any way to keep change in the pocket. A one-way, quickly shutting down this push, and now jawgemo possibly holds 3 or could go down to one of these.
Definitely talk about flex in rules, but there's no rich flex in the economy for MIBR.
No.
3 Vandals, a Guardian, pressure into the C site. Started off with jawgemo looking for a battle there. Decides to fall back instead. Forfeit the orb in favor of MIBR. So looks like it was FRZ that picked up that orb. Trying to get those Seekers back up ASAP. Trying to salvage these rounds. As it's still heavily in favor of Evil Geniuses. Look at that position once again from Demon One, ready for a pick into A. Orb and wall up. Still a flash available for FRZ here. It's going to be the Trailblazer instead. Oh my! Through the wall, the headshot into JZZ. And
Another.
a second one too, just wants to fight it off.
Down A.
Get fully hit by the flash, still stay in.
I thought we only got TxoziN on the repeats, right? Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
It's just a 3K from him, and he's still up. Like I
30
said,
seconds
Demon
left.
One isn't stopping this game.
You're talking about TxoziN. Well, the D in TxoziN stands for Demon One pretty much.
Demon TxoziN. They're trying to make EG think just at the beginning of the rounds, right? Sweat off their original defensive strategies, but bans to hit with Seekers.
That's Boostio, half-blinded, paranoia on a repeat to help out, but it's still the first blood for MIBR this round.
All right.
Finally moving into the C site for a plant. But as we mentioned before, this Rolling Thunder is ready. Just waiting for the rotate to happen back from EG towards spawn, and that's where MIBR is fighting. I like this push from them. There's a fault line to start. The flash to blind them both. Meanwhile, TxoziN does get the kill after comms, so that's no Rolling Thunder. Trade-off as the advantage comes in for MIBR at least. And just at the bottom of the ramp, the trade still comes again. It's up to jawgemo on a clutch attempt, but it's not going to work out. TP out in the open, stopped by murizzz.
Still taking control of this A space, messing with
Oh, we're
the door. You gotta be kidding me.
Rolling Thunder paranoia,
Oh
the
my
EG's closing in.
gosh.
Snake bite to hold him back on both sides of rubble. Nice counter paranoia. jawgemo's trying to push forward with the trotted steps.
In the pit.
Finally, the trades are coming through as the wall was still up. Finally, that's down. Ethan running out of bullets, but still
One
capitalizes
enemy
on a
remaining.
kill.
The
And
push.
man, the flank in the end. Boostio with the last one, 10-2.5. Retreats back and waits for his teammates to rotate over so they can play the retake into the A site. With 35 seconds left on the clock, Demon One's looking to activate, trying to get an entry here into the site.
Everything,
30
almost
seconds left.
everything there for Calm to deny this. It's such a good spot for Breach to be back by Tree. Oh, just misses the strafe jump. JZZ with a nade frag.
Already 3 players inside the site. The satchel's coming through and blinded by a paranoia. Suddenly, the sheriffs are coming in for EG. A 2v2 to sum it up, as that's another tailwind activated but denied by Demon One. Aftershock now out to try to delay. Comes trying to run across. Only with the classic this time around. Fault line now available, goes in for the stun. With that timing here, does
Wait,
get the first kill.
wait a minute.
On the TxoziN!
No.
And the Red Bull clutch!
One step behind. It makes it a little tougher. In goes Demon One, and out goes TxoziN. My word, this is really dominant play, and EG needs to be showing this at the end of the season.
Yeah. MIBR on their end have to show something at least.
Exactly.
And there it is. At least a kill coming out from the Bulldog. As we mentioned before, we have to commit into this retake for
Yeah.
MIBR. Spikes planet, time's wasted, and a flank comes in from jawgemo too.
So ready.
Paranoia out,
Whoop.
gets the information on a bit, but that's the last 2 players of MIBR coming out towards the spawn side of the C site. And everything's there for the delays. Nanostorms and everything too. Time to just pretty much count your losses and try to fight back into the second map.
Yeah.
RgL, the last one to stand, dropped by Ethan once again. And as such, we have a dominating performance from EG as MIBR is setting up here for the post plant.
Here comes the best defensive pistol round in the league. Can they do it again? Evil Genius is ready to hit this retake. Great utility. This is what we wanted from MIBR in map 1. Push the spawn. Do not let the retake happen.
And don't allow Calm to get the recon dart for the retake, but they're closing in onto the top of the rafters, where Calm could still get a timing. Meanwhile, though, EG
Oh,
are
dear.
moving into the drop.
Okay,
That's a couple of trade-offs, and we're fighting inside the smoke. There's Calm, and a stun onto one at least. Still a 2 versus 1 advantage for EG. JZZ makes it a 1 versus 1. Ethan's low on HP, and JZZ comes in for the kill. The Red Bull clutch, and finally, a pistol round coming in for Made in Brazil.
They know they can be pretty sure about what's happening over here at the B site. The rotation coming in for Calm right now.
Easy kill there for Boostio, swinging off the contact of the turret. Countering back here with a fault line on the attack. MIBR are moving up to try to take control of Heaven. Boostio's on a different level. Reload for a 4th kill into the round, and is looking for the ace. And and it gets stolen by Ethan. Ethan, how can you do this? And thankfully, there was a smoke that was laid down here to allow MIBR to manage to get out of it, escape unscathed. Until this happens, pressure down towards Tree as TxoziN falls, followed by RgL.
And the follow-up. Both players down on Tree, ready to follow up on that Rolling Thunder as they hear a little bit of arcade noise and get ready to prep this defense. Still 3 there for MIBR. The trades can happen, but getting it to sight the plant is the tall task.
This could be huge. Oh, util in hand, and Demon One gets the kill into jawgemo. FRZ somehow full stun, still manages to get 2. As only one player separates the round from both of these teams. It's EG at the advantage.
MIBR drained on util right now. The shots have to ring out for them. And again, EG's playing that left. You won't see us until you push far enough positioning.
You push far enough for these trades to happen, though.
This is one of the times, one of the first times we see Boostio now over at A with his utility. It's been a big B setup.
Okay, the haunt gets him. There's going to be a tough spot here for Boostio. Getting seized, but still gets 1 before he falls. 6 seconds left on the clock. Calm has even a Hunter's Fury. There's no way you're going to get the plat down. There's no way you get the round. There's no time left even on top of that. So you get to save the Hunter's Fury into the next round. Doesn't matter for these kills. Yeah, you get the confidence for a bit. There is the smokes coming down. The satchels coming in. The smokes were deep, though. jawgemo had an opportunity to get a pick off the cross. And murizzz is trying to get a timing. Big flash, but the aftershock doesn't allow for him to move forward. So a little bit of a miscomm here for the attack. Calm out with the Hunter's Fury. Yeah, connects onto 1, but the wrong person. So advantage for MIBR on the post plant.
Yeah,
Lockdown's available from both ends.
Finally give jawgemo his first death, but they're still going.
That second one. jawgemo and FRZ. And Calm's now the last pair standing. Locked down for the retake. Yeah. It's maybe gonna detain 1 player, and that's gonna be FRZ at the underpass. But meanwhile, though, still a 5-on-1. Looking to make it expensive at least. EG does have the economy to work with, while on the other end, MIBR doesn't. But there's Nanoswarm still, does get the first kill. That should pop out the Nanoswarm soon, if not the double swing.
Yeah. Keeping it up. We don't see it very much, but it is a key factor here, and comes out after the timeout.
Ooh. It was close, but it closed in onto Sands for MIBR. Still becomes a trade-off for both teams. A delay off the Rolling Thunder on the defensive side. So that puts Ethan by himself inside there. Locked down to come out. Looking to pressure back and fight back inside Sands. And finally, we decide otherwise. Demon One was trying to get a timing onto murizzz. Plays the patient game. Close range now. Recon Dart gets the ping, and Ethan, miscommunication there. Just got backstabbed by RgL. This becomes now a plant for MIBR. And Demon One and Calm looking for the retake, if possible.
It's taking so much for MIBR to get into these sites. They didn't lose a lot, but it takes the team following through. We see what it means taking out so many members of EG in those trades. They have the cooperation. It's just if they have the upper hand on EG, there's a trade quick too.
Yeah.
3v1.
Fundamentals are perfect for MIBR.
Right.
A trade off the swing, the ping pong on both ends from Sands and also from the drop in spawn.
Yeah.
Contact play instead. Nice little recon and an Yell drone to get the ping, but couldn't get the kill. There is that Rolling Thunder to push them back, but that pressure into rotation is still coming in for EG on the drop. As TxoziN moves forward for the first one, tries to escape, but it gets traded off by Ethan.
4v4 Calm is low as the spike goes down. Quite a bit of util to come back into the site, but fault line is not up. Just a haunt.
Aftershock looking to be set up as well with the stun, allowing Boostio to get the kill coming out from the spawn. But this is all fun and games until MIBR are just playing this very passively. The lineup here with the Molly. Orbital Strike available too. And it's up to EG to push forward and fight back. It works out for a bit. There's the lineup. Molly soaring through. I think it's good. It missed.
It doesn't hit.
Doesn't matter. Demon One still gets the 2 kills. And that's EG with the fuse. 8-4 to end the half.
I would be scared to plant now. Yeah, Demon One has to get this one smoke down. Maybe Canteen? No, they choose to just do it, Jenny. Cover Canteen on the plant. But can he get to box to make this happen? That'd be the safe one.
Right here.
Just creeping out. Faking the plant to pull them out of their positions.
Last player standing.
Combo's looking for a play.
Spike down.
They're also looking for the double swing off the tap of the spike. But this is looking to be a very strong pistol MIBR with another one. Both of them into this map again.
What a perfect
somehow
play.
still stays alive now. Holding close range, trying to get the right click classic. Actually, the Haunt doesn't spot him, so this could allow for the swing to come out. There's that 1 for 1 and the 2 for 2. So that's actually not too bad here on the lower buy that you have for Evil Geniuses. Weapons will get picked up until murizzz is looking for maybe a timing. Here's the reload, the tap onto the orb, and the 1v1. Still one here by Ethan. That's actually a Vandal that was dropped by MIBR, and a big advantage to do something with this.
That's a worry, especially when you put the Vandal out crouching to just spray at the opening of Satellite. A bit of a mistake there to give up that weapon, thinking it could be traded by what was going to be coming in through FRZ. EG now know they can play this very slow. Who's going to peek us, right? They have the util, and they have the protection from the Sentinel of Boostio, so... Whoop. Nice juggle. And they allow Boostio to do the first peeks here as Ethan's going to be that initiator to follow up behind.
Mini Bogdan's Law, getting that Vandal over to the one with more HP, and you've mentioned it, the util is good for both of these players, actually, for both teams. So it comes down now to the util that could potentially be found left behind by TxoziN, and what we could open up here for EG for the post plant.
This works so well. Staking is 2. They do not go up into the rope room, into tower, so they're protected into sight. This may actually bite them in the butt, though, if they try to check it late. Boostio could get pretty hurt here.
Swarm grenade.
Okay, double nano swarms.
Okay, he's good.
Even has his alarm bot that get placed behind as soon as the nano's done. Peeks instead. Still gets the shot, though, on the TxoziN. A 2 versus 1. And this could be bad news bears now for RGL. But another opportunity for a clutch. Not gonna happen though as Ethan swings out. No. This is gonna be a showstopper off the turret contact. Even you hear the recon dart coming out.
There it is.
There's the first kill. There's big. Oh, okay, no kill on the second one. Demon still makes it out with 43 HP. Demon-like HP as the Rolling Thunder comes out on the attack. TxoziN gets picked off here inside the site. Recon darts even getting pings. And things are not looking good here for MIBR. Another clutch attempt, and it's not going to happen.
But I guess that once you have utility on both sides, they're fine with the killjoy of TxoziN being there.
Nice wall bang, though. FRZ continues to fight. Nightfall coming out, but Demon 1 answers back as the orb gets picked up. There's a lot of ults available now for EG. As they're trying to push this forward, but it's still the Rolling Thunder from FRZ instead. Pushing it over, opening the doors towards the A halls. As jawgemo's fighting here towards drop. Gets the first one into FRZ. Orbital sword push TxoziN away at 50 HP and opens up the site for EG to get the plant.
Here comes that rotation. It's JZZ. Oh, he's gonna hit. No, not actually hit by it. Boostio's down, but that's the noise that EG's looking for here. 3v2, different sides as they try to take this for MIBR.
That's all the info that EG needed. Already heard TxoziN on the top of drop before. Now with the door opening, it just now becomes a game of cat and mouse. With the clock on the spike ticking down. 1 more to go. JZZ pushed back by Pain Shells available off the kill from jawgemo. Fault line that hit him. I think this is it. Last kill coming in for EG as they take over the series against MIBR, continuing their hopes to make it the playoffs.